Everybody, welcome back to another Godzilla Battleline video, and today we are looking at the logs for Godzilla 1954 Tokyo version and Super Mechagodzilla. They are in the same category this month. You might be able to spot them on the screen already, so we don't have to do a lot of hopping around here. But we will, as always, go through how to read my crazy chart, and the link will be in the description down below. Shout out to the Discord and everyone who has contributed to finding the logs for the monsters. What are the logs? I know, everyone's going to skip this because if you've been on this channel a million times, or, you've been here for a long time, you've heard this a million times, I should say. When you are opening your expeditions, there is a map of the world, and under it is a little blocks of text. As your map progresses in time, and it gets closer and closer and closer to you being able to open it, you get more text logs, and you can scroll through them and read a little story. Now, the stories will tell you what monster, or what is the rarest monster in that box closest to the left. So, you open up the box and it shows you all the characters that you got left to right, top to bottom, left to right. So, say you were to get Space Godzilla in the first slot and then Super Mechagodzilla in the second slot, the log is going to be for Space Godzilla because even though they're the same rarity, Space Godzilla came first. So, if you had 2 or more 4 stars in a map, this is only going to tell you what the first one is closest to the top left, or the first left to right, rarest to least rare. Easy as pie. So, how do we find what we're looking for? There's a key here. It'll tell you everything you need to know. We're not really going to read that. I am going to just show you the log that you're specifically going to be looking for. And it is a classic one. It is this one right here. We have discovered colossal footprints stamped firmly into the ground. A thorough search will be conducted in the hopes of locating more. This is a really big category. I actually think this is probably the biggest category of characters that we have in the game. Every single Godzilla falls under this category in one way or another. Maybe Shin Godzilla is an exception. I actually think Shin Godzilla might fall into here if you follow this. I don't remember. But 99% of the Godzillas fall into this category, and a lot of the other creatures like Anguirus, King Caesar, Kong, all fall under this as well. The footprints stretch onwards. We will use them as our guide while keeping an ever-watchful eye on our surroundings. So you're going to keep following these arrows. A thundering roar rang out from up ahead. The footprints appear to be leading us straight to the source. Now, this will bring you down here, so we could have passed through here and gone to all these guys come from this, but all the Godzillas share this line right here. Oh, this is ugly right there. Let's move this. All the Godzillas share this line right here. In addition, or except for Ultima, I'm sorry, and Shin Godzilla. In addition to footprints, there are signs of a thick, heavy tail being dragged across the ground behind them. This has, like, every Godzilla. Gamera is in here, so he's joining the party. But every Godzilla, for the most part, is in this category. If we go all the way to the end, all the way. There's Waka, there's Super Godzilla, there's Tokyo version. So let's check them out. Going from left to right, just like the maps, Tokyo version Godzilla reads, our survey... Oh, I didn't even connect them to the main thing. Our survey of the coast revealed remnants of a barbed... cost. I think this should be coast. Our survey of the coast revealed remnants of a barbed wire fence. Its destruction does not appear to be the work of a natural disaster. Then it goes into, there are signs of burnt and destroyed buildings. We plan to head into town to assess the damage. If the final 2 lines of your log read as those 2 lines, you have Godzilla 1954 Tokyo version, aka Old Man Jenkins, in your map. For Super Mechagodzilla, it will read, a large shadow passed over our heads. It was a particular shape, perhaps a new kind of fighter jet, in reference to the Garuda backpack. My eyes were trained on where the fighter jet had appeared. When a silhouette came into view, it resembled a monster, but I could tell it was no living creature. When you see those 2 lines of dialogue on the end of your map, it's Super Mechagodzilla. These 2 characters are the only ones that have those 2 lines of dialogue. There are other characters like Final Wars and G89 that share logs. Ultraman and Amphilis, I believe, share some logs. The Destroyer, Perfect Form, and the Larvas share similar logs. These guys don't. These guys have their own unique logs, so if you see those in your map, that is who you are about to unlock. Anyway, like I said earlier, if you want to take a look at this chart, look at every single possible line of dialogue, piece of lore, if you will, in the game, you let me know, because that link will be in the description of this video, as it always is. But guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you learned something here, and I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.